The easiest way to tell if somebody's really a starseed or not.
Spiritual titles and labels. Let's dig in. So when we give ourselves a title or we try to put ourselves in a group, that isn't about explaining our experience. It's about explaining what someone else has done. There is even an ad that comes onto my TikTok that says, talks about star seeds, and it's like a normal ad that comes up. It's like talks about that, and it shows like which one you're gonna be. The video I did before this is about this. Also, I talked about detoxing symbols. And when I say detoxing symbols, I'm going to say it just in case you didn't see the other video that I did. Detoxing symbols is because if it's so much ingrained in society, which is everything right now, everything is like this. There's nothing that got away with this. We need to find out what these mean to us. So titles are, I did know someone in the past that was obsessed with doing titles, and it was their way of doing stuff, like, shedding their layers and learning who they are and things like that. But they always stayed and went back and forth with the limited titles that we have. So I recommend, if you're going to get interested, to listen to the other video that I talked about. If you're interested in it, find out why you're interested in it. But the whole time that you're doing this process, make sure you know that this is only one part of you. This is the one that you're like one puzzle piece to learn about you. And it doesn't matter how small your energy is or big your energy is. That just shows where you branched off from. That's it. There's nothing else more to that. Everyone has the capability if they want to. Yes, it might be more difficult for some than others to change where they came from, that little branch off, right? So if you branched off from a smaller energy to begin with, and there's just so much, it's different, right? Let's say you did that. What will happen is you will probably be in this dimension for the learning teaching dimension. So you will be drawn to or supported in learning and teaching, depending on what humans have limited themselves with, because that's the whole style at the moment. It's changing, but and I'm part of that. But my energy is a part of it, and I'm trying to be as a human, and my energies are like, just let it happen. But I want to get involved, obviously. But anyway, when we think of these things and we put ourselves outside of society, it's not helping us, because the whole point is, if you're going to go through this process and go deep within and learn about all the things of what you come from, even if you're like a small energy, and like I said, you're going to learn about the bigger energy, you will shift to that bigger energy. So someone thinking that they're one thing or enough, and they give themselves those titles, these titles are created from earth things. So you're going to stay in those titles. Like I said, that person I brought up, she would switch over and over and over and over and over to different ones. Like, she's like, okay, I'm psychic. Oh, okay, and I'm a starseed. Okay, no, I'm a priestess. Okay, oh no, I'm this. And she would keep doing that. And instead of seeing, oh, actually, the reason why I'm doing this is these are the puzzle pieces I'm picking up on, and it goes beyond me. And me, the human that, is only, I think she was at that time only in her 30s. So like, or 20s, I'm not sure. Well, it doesn't matter. But that's like, she was acting like that is who it is, but it's not. So when we give ourselves titles like this, it's okay if that's the little hat you want to put on right now, but don't put it as the only thing you are, because you're going to limit yourself, and you're going to get confused and frustrated of why other things are happening. You're going to be like, what's going on? Like, why do I actually like this, but someone told me this? And I'm speaking from experience. So like, I had all these gods coming to talk to me, and and people were like, oh, well, you must be from Andromeda. And I'm like, okay. And it was just like, and I don't know if anyone knows this. I'm going to end on this. Did you know that in astrology, it's the newest type of astrology where they pick only the sun sign as your sign and made it into a personal, like, psychological thing? It's, if you look at the history of astrology, it's the most recent one. So that's not even true astrology, and that's not even the reason for it. It's nature, basically. It's a part of nature, and nature is the structure of Earth. Like, just like how we have a body system in our body, Earth has its own system, which is nature. And in the learning teaching dimension, we have a copy of it. That's another thing in its own thing. And I can talk about that more if you guys want. But anyway, yeah. So work on that. Work on these things. Stop identifying with those things. If you're going to identify with stuff, make sure that you guys are identifying with things that actually are things that you're working on. Like let's say you're a group and you love to, I don't know, listen to music or create music or something like that. That is going to be more beneficial than a title that a human has come up with that explains something that one human has experienced or learned or, taken and made it their own from like an old culture or something like that. Like, why, right? Yeah, just go with like-minded people of what they actually do in life. Like, even like someone who everyone is like working in medicine or something, and you work together and you're like, I'm going through an awakening, but we're all doctors or something like that. You know what I mean? That's going to be more beneficial if you have to do these group things, if you don't want to be alone. Personally, I have videos talking about how groups can get out of hand. And like I said, they don't have to be groups where you're like, I'm going to be in a group. It's like even a hashtag or claiming or seeking those things. You are those things and more. If you are interested in it, you have something more to learn about that thing. And no human can tell you. No human can. They can say it, but and they see something in you, but that's going to be the way that they think of it. So when you're interested in anything, go deeper with it and see why you like it. Detox the human term, human meaning the collective, what they've, created, and stories and movies and things like that. It's good. It's a stepping stone, but take it away for a second and see what you think of it. What part of it is actually even helpful to you? What do you like about it? And know that it's not the only one. No more unempowering yourself. It's time to empower yourself. You're a lot of stuff. It doesn't matter how tiny or big. No big old no. Stop it. Everyone can be anything.